And
Yeah.
Ronnie's has with warnings.
So does Brock. Oh wait, no, it
Brock's,
doesn't.
I did
Brock's
too.
had that earlier. What the heck?
Yeah, I did.
It just has to do with
Health warnings.
memory space.
I mean, hey, no, I think they read your what's it called? Your asthma, your doctor notes.
Like, warning, or this guy should not be podcasting. Danger. Welcome to Learn a Little Something with Ronny and Chad. I'm one of your hosts, Ronny.
I'm another one, Chazley.
And today we are just ecstatic. It's a first time ever. In a separate location, on a separate microphone, we have our first ever guest. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our friend Brock to the show. Brock, say hey to the people.
Hey, how's it going? I was expecting a clap in the background for that.
Yeah.
We'll add that in.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll dedefinitely add that in. We're big on post-production. But yeah, I would like to say off the top, you've mentioned that you were kind of nervous. Would hate for you to be nervous, although I will say I'm pretty confident that at least 10 people will listen to this. So, however that makes you feel better or worse.
And 9 of them have already stopped listening.
Well, it's their loss, honestly.
And I think we should just start it off. Give a little background to the boys, how we came to know each other real quick, and what our current situation is. Brock, if you could give the people a quick rundown.
Oh gosh, right off the bat, throw me in.
Throw you under the fire.
Okay. Well, I moved out.
If you want to make it super emotional, that's fine.
You know me, dude. I'm not like
a tragedy almost.
I'm not
whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I moved out to Georgia in 2018 from the West Coast, California.
You can tell because his name's Brock.
Yeah, I was gonna say that actually. But anyways, and we actually started working together. Do you guys remember my first day there?
Yeah, I couldn't stand you.
No, I actually do not remember your first day there.
I kind of remember just like, anyways, do they know where you work?
No.
Or is this all you do?
They just know it's like a generic warehouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think I remember when I was that aisle manager there, and I was working by you guys, and then you guys probably brought some shit over and said, "Hey, put this shit away," and I was like, "All right." And I was like, "Hey, but I'm Joel, by the way." That's probably how it went, right?
No.
You definitely introduced yourself first. You're a lot more outspoken than us.
You guys were the cool kids there. That's for sure.
In my shoes, Vance introduced you to me, and my initial thoughts were, first of all, great, another guy that's taller than me. But then 2, I was also like, I'm about as handsome as this guy, but he's also pretty handsome. So that was kind of my line.
And then you were
thinking.
like, "This guy definitely skates." That was one of my first thoughts.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'm flattered. Honestly, I used to skate, but I sucked. All I could do is ollie. That's all I did. But we would travel maybe 3 to 4 hours just to go skate the skate park, like we were the shit, and then we'd get there.
And you
not
still
too much.
sucked.
Yeah. Oh, it was just kind of getting out of the city, I guess. I don't know.
But you blade, bro. Is that not correct?
Well, like rollerblade?
Yeah, you're a blader. I mean, it's cool.
Well, I
blade,
played hockey. Like, yeah. I mean, I played hockey, so you had to blade because there was no ice out here. So we had a rollerblade hockey. So then, yeah, I bladed then. But I mean, if I never really tried the blade in a skate park scene. I feel like I'd eat shit, but I feel like I would also be like really good.
So you were just a hockey rollerblader. You never did any tricks or anything like that?
Yeah, no, I didn't have. I mean, I did have. Oh God, I had some X Game blades back when I was like 13. I kind of remember.
Oh, you went X Games mode?
Well, X Games blades. That's when X Games was really big, and like they made skateboards and blades. But I had both, by the way. I was all
well, yeah,
about it.
you're on X Games mode, so.
Oh, dude. And so I had those kind of blades, but I never had the balls to go out because I felt like, because I started skateboarding and no one liked a skater in the skate park. They're just like, oh, you douche, you know, because it was all about skateboarding. So I never really, I didn't have the balls. Let's just put it that way.
So
yeah, you would definitely get made fun of.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, dude, you guys want to hear a story about my cousin when we went one time? We're 12, okay? And we go to a skate park, and he had a, we were 12. His teeth are still growing in, and he had a gap tooth. All right, and we're like skateboarding, and this kid comes up, and like we suck. I mean, we were awful, but we love to go out. So, and this kid came up to him, older kid, maybe like 18. He's like, "Hey, can you jump that gap between your teeth?"
Oh.
And bro, my cousin's very he's an emotional kid, and he just started crying right there, and I was sad, dude. I couldn't stand up for him because I was little and I was a bitch too. But
so did he like? I'm guessing he didn't jump it.
No, we left. No. Well, I'll tell you what, he could have maybe jumped it. That's how bad we sucked. Anyways, off topic.
No, that was good. So we like to call that a story about how Brock was not that good of a rollerblader. Now, next, so the end of the sad story, which it is tragic, as Chad mentioned, is he had a kid. Good for
tragic.
Whatever you think about that, good, bad. He's a pretty cute kid, and then they moved back to California, so therefore he left Chaz and I behind, which is why I think
that was hard. That was hard.
Chad, would you say that we started this podcast to kind of fill the empty void that was Brock?
Ooh.
I would say most definitely. We actually started this podcast before he left, but we had the hint that he was leaving, so
that's not true.
That's why we started it.
That's not true at all.
It's so true.
Did you really? When did you start the podcast?
No, he's been gone for
November.
More than...
No, August of 20. COVID, people.
Yeah,
really?
We started this.
God, it feels like he's been gone so much longer. So, okay, never mind. We actually... I think at that time we had heard the news.
It hasn't been a year yet, so let's
and we were so emotional that we started this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And didn't tell him anything about it. That's how emotional we were.
Yeah, I found out. When did I find out? When I came out there?
About the podcast?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
when we had dinner.
Trending at some point, I would have to guess.
Well,
yeah,
I didn't know it was you, though, so I didn't pay any mind,
Yeah, that's true.
No, but so, anyways, this is supposed to be like a anime podcast. I did want to ask you, Brock, what is your relationship with anime?
That is a great question. I'll tell you what, I've never watched a second of anime.
My god, this guy.
Not a single one?
No, and honestly, not even Dragon Ball Z, not even like that. And I know that's not anime ish, but I mean, I feel like that's how it may started. I don't know. I don't know the background.
What about SpongeBob? One of the top animes of all time.
I remember. Let me tell you what. I remember the first episode of SpongeBob. I remember when it first came out, and they were like, "Brand new show, SpongeBob." That's how old I am.
Yeah.
Wow.
Brock is our elder, by a few years. And if you remember, what was the first episode of SpongeBob? Don't get too far into it because we actually have a podcast coming out soon. It's the SpongeBob Chronicles. It's coming soon.
Soon.
Oh my god!
I feel like I caught you in a lie.
Yeah, you did. You probably. I don't remember the exact episode because they came out with 4 right off the bat. So it's maybe Bubble Buddy. Is that?
Well, they did a little 4 back to back, huh?
I know who's not going to be our guest on the SpongeBob Chronicles.
Yes. And we caught him in a lie right here, first 10 minutes of the podcast.
Well, this is going great. I just remember them promoting it. Hey, we have
to your credit,
SpongeBob.
Yeah, to your credit, I know I was 3 years old when the first episode came out, so there is no way that I remember it. But
Yeah.
you're how old? How much older are you than me?
I'm 31.
31.
Yeah. Okay, so you were 9.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so that's prime time. So you definitely
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. I
remember the
remember
promos.
promoting it. Yeah.
How middle-aged woman of him was that? How he was kind of scared to say his age there. Do you notice that?
I know. He was very scared to say.
That was so middle-aged woman of him. 31.
He's like, oh my god, I can't believe he just asked that to me.
Should I tell him my age?
It's like, so old. 31.
It's just, well, honestly, I really had to think about my age because I just had a birthday. So that's the honest reason why I kind of like paused.
Yeah, you did. How was your birthday? Did you have a good birthday?
Yeah, it was great. It was my first birthday back with my sisters.
Right.
So that was cool. We got to celebrate together. That was sweet.
Brock has 2 smoking hot. He's a triplet.
Yep.
He is a triplet. I feel like that's something we don't mention enough.
We really don't. I almost said that they were twins, and then his smoking hot sisters were twins.
Well, yeah.
And then I realized, oh wait, he's one of them too. They're triplets. And the biggest thing that Brock does is, if you guys were to ever meet Brock, he has like this fun fact he gives everyone, and it's actually a lie. So I'll go ahead and put that out there. He says he was in a movie. He wasn't. Not in the credits.
Yeah.
Dude, I will go grab my mother right now.
He was in a film.
I won't say
not
thing.
a movie.
And
No, it was a movie because he wasn't in and he lied.
Dude, why would I, like, that's the thing. Like, why would I make up a lie about that?
Well, go ahead. Go ahead and tell your fib.
Hold on. If you were in this movie, how much did you get paid for it?
My mom would tell you, but she said it was around
exactly
$1,500 each. And they paid my sisters too.
Per triplet?
Exactly.
So we're talking $4,500?
$1,500 each, so you do the math. It's $4,500, right?
I believe that's correct. No, but I know that you're actually in this movie. I just like I kind of like poking your buttons.
Okay.
Please, it's a fun fact, and I think for this first episode, we should be sharing as many fun facts about you as we can. So, what movie was it? So people can go watch that film and look for Brock.
Well, I mean, once I say the name, they're gonna realize what movie it is. Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yeah, and when you said that, they went, oh, that one, and then they said, oh yeah, I do think Brock was in that film actually.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was that baby that was taken up on stage. I remember that.
Wow, you remember? I'm surprised.
So you were how old?
1. I was 1 year old. Can't give you the months, but I was 1.
Yeah, it's kind of falling apart already. This is a little story. Chaz, can you break down movies versus films to Brock? Because I would honestly be real mad if he started making that mistake over the podcast.
Whoa.
So I've got to explain this. This is a lot to put on me.
It is a lot, but I feel like...
basically, do you want me to get into it, or do you want to interrupt me?
No, I just... At first, I thought you were kind of complaining that you had to get in the nuances of it, so I was going to kind of explain why I felt like you should do it.
So basically, have you ever seen? Let me think of one. Shawshank Redemption.
Oh,
Brock?
Yeah. Classic. Yeah.
Film.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
yeah. That's a film.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen the SpongeBob SquarePants movie?
Yeah, that film is
also a film. Good answer.
Nice. Brock was on top of it. See, and to explain that one a little bit, because I'm quite passionate about that film, because they acknowledged that maybe it's a movie in the title, that's what helps propel it to film status. Continue, Chaz.
Yes. Let's see. I'm running out of ideas here.
Give us an example of a movie.
Okay. Have you ever seen Legally Blonde?
Of course. Great movie.
That's a trick question because that is actually also a film.
I mean,
yes.
Okay.
Number three is up for debate, but I never specified. So number 1 is definitely a film.
Basically, we're on a mission to sort out the movies versus films. What we have so far, and what I think we've agreed upon, is Marvel movies are films, DC's are movies. Those are movies. Not films. Yeah.
Those are really the only examples of movies we can think of.
What? I guess I'm confused on what you guys mean.
You'll catch on. Next topic.
Okay.
Who's got something to say? You guys know what I realized?
What?
First of all, I think calling someone a Karen it's kind of old now. Like, we need another name, because now I think all the Karens are aware of what Karen means. And now I saw a movie trailer the other day from, and this was definitely a movie, called Karen. It wasn't a film.
Oh, God.
But yeah, I saw it. It's another day, another
What's
time.
it about? Like her just snitching on a lot of people?
Sure. She's white. Her neighbors are young African American couple, and she's a little bit racist. I'll say that.
She's a Karen,
right? And in the trailer, this is so terrible. This is how you know it's a movie. They say, "You're telling me there's actually a woman next door named Karen?" Like, it's like it's self-aware. Just terrible.
Hey, remind me not to watch that.
But I realized today, as I was driving, the most telltale sign of where you know a Karen lives. And it's people who put signs in their driveway that say no turnaround. Those people fucking suck. Who really
where did you see this? In the neighborhood?
I'm trying to think when I would see one. I've seen one, but I don't remember where.
You've seen them, right? I mean, they're not all over the place, but when you see them, you know, oh, hey, those people suck. Yeah, most of the time they're in neighborhoods. And, I mean, sure, anyone is like, oh, I hope, if it's nighttime, I'm watching TV, it'd be nice if people didn't turn around in my driveway, shine the headlights in the door. But, nice can cracked. It sounded nice.
It did. I'm glad I'm not the disruptive one this time.
I might be heading in the right direction, and I'm like, well, great, now I got to turn around right in this driveway.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, hey, I'm not going to drive in your driveway and murder you. I just need to flip a bitch, I get it.
It's so
That's when you need, you need some manure on you or something along those lines.
Something
so
in
when
your
you
car
do turn around,
yeah,
you just drop it there.
Yeah, just boom. Gotcha.
It's just like, think about how much they have to think about that through their day to be like, we have got to get a sign.
It's on their list for weeks.
Like,
hey, Bob, I told you we need to go get this sign.
And they're getting it from Amazon. They're not supporting small business.
No.
Oh.
So many small business sign shops are going out of business because of this.
Yeah, and I mean, I am totally here for it. When are we getting Jeffrey to $1 trillion? We have got to do this, guys.
Yeah. This is
you're talking about Jeff. You're talking about Dildo R Us going up to space?
Yes, that guy.
Chaz is a big Jeffrey fan.
Is he?
Yeah, I mean, I've been a fan of his since like the late 90s, ever since he was in his garage. There's just something about the American dream and, getting to $1 trillion. I just feel like that's a very solid number to get to.
Dude, he will.
And I like when people, profit like 100 billion during pandemic times because people have no other option.
Right.
I just feel like we need this guy to win at all costs.
Earned fairly, I would say. He earned that fairly.
But hey, you know what? He also lost some money with that divorce.
He did, yeah. He cheated on his wife, right?
Well, it's a bummer. I feel like he would be on his road to $1 trillion a lot quicker if that never happened.
So, are you against marriage? Period.
No, I'm a divorce. I'm against that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Just go your separate ways, but don't divorce.
Well, no, just don't. It could be anybody else, but don't divorce Jeffrey because when he has to give up half of his estate.
Yeah,
how is he going to get to $1 trillion?
Yeah. She should be a part of the plan to get $1 trillion. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
And then when he has $1 trillion, divorce his ass. And then you get more money. She should have seen it as an investment.
That's so true, because now...
longer.
Right. Or how does... who can define alimony? How does that work?
Dude, half. Everything's half.
So, and it's just Is it a one-time payment? Is she still in his pockets?
Well, I'm sure it's up to the payer, the person who's paying. But I mean, like him, he was like, yeah, get her out of my life. Let me pay her.
He didn't have anything to spare, so he better not be.
Exactly. Exactly. He's not putting payments in the system, you know.
He's got his eye on the prize.
Yeah, he's like, fuck that. I'm out.
And, Chad is a big fan of Jeffrey. What would you say to people who are like, hey, he should do more to help with that money instead of flying in space for 45 seconds?
Yeah, like curing hunger.
Well, here's the thing. You're talking about hunger here. That is none of Jeffrey's concerns. I don't know why Jeffrey should be concerned with that. I say, how about you start a successful business in your basement, okay, and you form the greatest business model to ever exist. That's what I would say. Do that, and then you solve world hunger. Don't leave it up to Jeffrey.
All right, well, say me and Brock, all right, we're starting a business. Let's just role play this a little bit.
We should.
What, Brock, do you think would be a good business to start of an item that we can sell that Amazon doesn't?
What? Question is that? They sell everything. So
wait.
Hold on. You're pretty much telling me that I need to invent something right off the bat, right now in my head. Just boom.
Well, Chad made it seem like that's what we needed to do. So I was just trying to have you didn't have to yell at me.
Well, I was taken back a little bit.
I would just say that y'all aren't as driven as Jeffrey. That's what I would say to that.
I would say let's just start a podcast. Social media. You know, that's where the kids are getting the money.
A podcast about Amazon. That's the way to do it right there.
Ooh.
That's what I feel like if I looked it up far enough, you know, because let's be honest, you never really read all the rules and stuff when you sign up for things. I feel like Jeffrey owns this podcast and we don't even know.
You're probably right on that. There's probably not a lot of things that Jeffrey doesn't own at this point.
I feel like if we ever actually were to get paid something, Jeffrey would show up, knock, and be like, hand it over. That's actually mine. And I'd be like, what? And he'd pull out the rules and be like, you clicked I agree on this box when you were signing up a year ago.
He's like, did you not read your Amazon Prime membership?
And then I would call Chaz to give him a heads up. I'd be like, hey, Jeffrey's coming for half. And he'd be like, oh, I already gave him mine. I'm helping him on the road to $1 trillion.
The road to $1 trillion. There should be just you know what they should have? They should have a website that's called Road to $1 Trillion. And all it is showing Jeffrey Bezos' money supply go up in real time.
Yeah, that's exactly
true.
Every hour of the day.
That is true. I would watch it. I would tune in at least twice a day.
It's like those late nights I spend when I'm on Jake Paul's YouTube subscriber page waiting for him to hit the next million.
You like that guy, huh?
Yeah, I think he's a great role model for kids.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna be a good boxer. So
road to the best boxer alive.
That's the other thing, Brock. We actually are having a little bit of a celebration without you knowing it. We've just recently passed not only 1 year of podcasting, but also our 100th episode.
What?
Yeah.
You guys.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it.
You guys.
I love the claps, man. Usually it's only me clapping on this podcast, and I like hearing it from other people.
I'm proud of you, boys. I'll tell you that. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Would you want to say anything else, or I mean, that kind of seems baseline?
Well, I mean, I knew it. You guys, Chaz and Ronnie, but no, you guys were destined for greatness, so it doesn't surprise me.
Did you not, when you talked to us for those multiple days, you could say even years, did you think, you know what, these guys, they would do well on a podcast?
Dude, we've talked about it. I think I remember actually telling you guys you should start a podcast. I don't want to say I kind of nudged you to the edge, but I want to say I nudged you to the edge. But no, I knew you guys had it in you.
Yeah, because we long talked about our Milk and Beer podcast, which I think could turn into a segment, really, on this one. It's this really innovative idea that I think is really going to change the podcasting landscape, where you guys try a different beer every episode, and I will try a different milk.
Different milk.
Because there's a lot of milks out there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm thinking chocolate. I'm thinking, we're going strawberry. We're going we're doing different flavors.
Whole.
Oh, whole. Yep.
Almond.
And yeah, that's exactly right. I was going to say you guys haven't even touched on the nut milks.
No.
We know you love your nut.
There's a bunch of nuts being milked out there, and I want to.
I want to see that process. Honestly,
he wants to taste them all.
I want to taste all the nuts. We don't have that prepared though for today. What did you come up with to talk about, Brock? I wanted to see if you had any kind of subject you wanted to bring up.
I mean, so I'll give you the 3 basic subjects. Working together, check.
Right.
Done. Queso. That was just one of the highlight moments of our lives.
These are the stories that we're supposed to tell. And give me the third one. Let me have all my options in front of me. Okay,
basketball league.
Yep.
And then I put like next to it, fight.
Right. Did you just call me?
So I want to hear Ronnie tell this queso story since he's the one that kind of caught you doing it.
So I'm sure you're all aware that I was enjoying the sauce.
So we worked together, and one day we went to go have a lunch as a squad. We went to this it was kind of a dive style Mexican restaurant.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure.
The food was never quite hot. It was always
But who was there? Are you going to say who was there?
Teetering between lukewarm and cold. And the group was me, Brock, Chaz, Chart himself, and Travis, my brother Travis, and my father Lars. He was there for the adventure as well. Yep. Brock, I think this must have been his first Mexican restaurant in Georgia.
Yeah, he's and we always told him he was kind of racist for never doing that.
Yeah, he went a little bit too long without trying some of the Mexican cuisine down here in the Southeast, I felt.
That's true. I didn't think about that.
We have a lovely waitress. She doesn't speak the best of English, but she's getting by. She's getting our orders correct. So she brings the food out. Okay, first, Chad, tell everyone the best thing that this Mexican restaurant did that I still have not seen since this day, and it's the best thing. You remember?
Okay, yeah. They basically bring you a pitcher of salsa. A pitcher. And I'm not exaggerating.
In your own bowls. Not those little glass vases or vase, whatever you want to call them. I could say vase because I'm a little more fancy. Where it gives you the illusion that you're getting a shit ton of salsa, but then you pour it in the bowl and it fills up one bowl. Yeah. And you're like, why could you not just pour it for me? Why? You just giving me... No, this was a straight up... It had to be at least a pint of just salsa. And they gave you your own bowls, so it was the best thing a Mexican restaurant's ever done. That has nothing to do with the story, but...
Nothing at all, but it's a very cool fact.
It was important to mention.
Anybody out there wanting to open up a Mexican restaurant, do this.
Take notes. Yeah. So we get our food, and I'm thinking, wow, this salsa situation's great, but this food's not quite hot. And I hear Brock across the table, and he is on cloud 9. It's not really sinking in, but he's just like, oh my God, this is so good. Holy shit, what is this? And we're like, is it that good? He's like, yeah, there's like this sauce on here. It's so good. And I'm kind of like looking, and I'm like, it just looks like he's got like...
You probably think that there's a sauce on my meal.
I'm like, it just looks like he's just got enchiladas. It's not. What is he talking about? And
God, what did I get? A bean and cheese burrito?
It was like a burrito or an enchilada. One of the two.
I'll tell you what. Every time I go to a Mexican restaurant, I'm getting a bean and cheese burrito.
There you go. So it was a burrito.
Yeah, it has to be.
So our waitress walks back up. She's like, "Is everyone good?" And I was like, "Well, we're good on salsa. I can tell you that." And I'm still kind of analyzing Brock's plate because you guys know me. I know my way around the kitchen, so I'm trying to figure out what kind of cuisine he's got going on. And he looks up at the waitress and goes, "Can I just get a side of this white sauce?" And And then when he says it, I realize what he's talking about. But I look at the waitress. I see how she's going to play this. Bless her heart, she was so confused. She looks at him again and she's like, "Okay?" And he goes, "Just this sauce. I just need like a side of this sauce." And she goes, "Queso?"
Queso.
It was just queso.
No, it was white queso. Okay, which I've never seen before in my life. Didn't even know it was a thing.
Yes, you got to break that down because we were unaware of this.
Yes, so in California, where everything's normal, you have like a yellow queso. Okay,
right.
But out there, I guess you have two different kinds because you've seen both. Is that true?
Yeah, I know my way around.
I've
queso.
definitely seen yellow too.
Wow.
I guess it's a Westernese thing. I guess if anybody's a Westernese from around like listening to us right now, I guess that's totally the yellow queso ordeal we got going on.
Tell me if you've ever seen white queso before. I'm curious because never in my life.
Oh, I'm so glad we're getting into a food debate or like / question.
Oh boy.
That's something that we do a lot on this podcast, and it's the best.
We have a dear listener, Brock, not to flex too hard. She's the only one. Shout out Marcus Stan. She's the only one that has. She made her own merch for the show. We don't actually sell merch, but she made her own. Yeah.
Oh,
it looks gorgeous, by the way, too.
Yeah. Okay. Sometimes she gives us a food question of the week, so we're big on the food questions.
She needs to be on the pod. That's what she sounds like.
I think you're right. One day.
But keep going, Chaz. Don't lose your train of thought.
What was I talking about?
Yep, there we go.
Gone.
You quote said, "I am so excited we started talking about food."
Oh, that's what I meant. I'm so glad that we were talking about a queso topic. That was something I wanted to get into, was any type of food. But anyway, I did want to ask, though, what is better, the yellow queso or the white queso?
White, hands down. Down. Because
it's more artificial.
So you like the Easterners queso better than the West?
Honestly, I think so. I mean, maybe it was just me, but I've never tasted a white queso before. So it
is pretty.
It was new. It was good.
It is.
It was I mean, you can tell by the story that Ronnie told. It was just, I was so intrigued on this sauce that was white. And she was like, "What?" I was like, "The white sauce." I want some more of the white sauce. It's like, queso?
She was so confused, she probably didn't even charge you for the side of queso that she should have.
Oh, no, she did. We walked in there. You guys seen it. It was, they needed help. It was, when was that? Sure. That was right before COVID, I think.
Yeah, they definitely got kicked out of business because of people
for sure.
Amazon and COVID.
They did not make it much longer due to Jeffrey selling white queso over the internet.
It was probably because of Moe's, I'm telling you. Because they had the white queso too.
Oh, they've got queso.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Who would have thought we have a second queso story?
Yeah, that's another one. That's another story for you to tell, Ronnie. Have we talked about that on this podcast before?
I was thinking about that because I almost told it the other day and I couldn't remember. But you know what? Screw it. It's our podcast. We'll tell it.
Yep.
And
you've already heard this guy's skip to 5 minutes or skip to 20 minutes from now. That's how long this story is going to be.
Yeah, this story has got some legs. Do you need to grab a beer?
No. I was kidding.
Okay, well, if you need to, I
should probably slow down.
Just tell me if you need to do something.
I hope, you didn't have to chug 7 beers before this, right?
It was a little unnecessary, I thought.
Yeah, that's something we kind of always do.
That's a typical Tuesday for me, so.
Okay, cool.
IPAs only, by the way.
Did you do the vocal podcast exercises I told you to do?
Of course. I vocalized before. cleared my head.
Now, are you being sarcastic? Because that would make Chad pretty mad.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry.
I don't want.
I'm being sarcastic.
You're being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Kick him. Hey, Ronnie, kick him out of this pod.
No. Hold on. Chaz, I want to hear your vocal exercises. I want to hear your vocal exercises right now.
Gods of war, may your hammer be mighty.
Oh yeah. See, now he just did.
Hold on. Is that from? Hold on. Don't tell me. Hot Rod.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, it. I think I came up with it first when I was younger, but yes, it was also on Hot Rod.
Hell yeah! I'm so happy I got that right.
You did nail it.
And Brock?
Yeah.
The film Hot Rod.
I'm sorry, did I say movie?
Oh, man.
Did I say movie?
I actually don't know. I think you just said, is that from Hot Rod? But I needed to point out the fact that is indeed a film.
That is a film.
Definitely a film. Classic.
And out of the gates, he knocked off like 4 of these voice exercises. He loosened his jaws and lips. You could tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He did some scales. You heard that range.
Uh-huh.
I had Frank over earlier, so my jaw was pretty loose.
This one, oh yeah.
Damn.
Do you know about Frank, Brock?
I don't.
We do not have time to get into that right now, but just be on the lookout.
Okay.
Chad has gotten into some weird stuff. This one I actually can't do, so I actually only do 6 effective voice exercises for podcasters. Okay. Practice breathing through your nose. I haven't been able to breathe through my nose since I was 12. So,
dude, you had that. I remember you had that. You had that. What's that called? Hold on, don't tell me. You had that.
You got it.
Ask May.
No, don't. Oh my!
He's talking about the procedure, Chad.
On his anal cavity.
No, it's his nasal cavity, and it was called it was called
nasal anal. It's in the nasal anal cavity.
God, I forgot what it was called. Damn it! What was it called, Ronnie? Come on.
Thanks for being my friend.
Hold on.
Bleep that out, please. I'm cursing.
It was a very serious procedure.
Yes, it was. Don't tell me. It's right there.
I had to miss a good 2 weeks.
Deviated septum. Let's go!
Wow. His deviated rectum. You nailed it, dude.
Thanks for looking it up.
Did
you look it up?
No, I did not. I 100% promise.
Yeah, I had to get my septum realigned. It's the doctors say a lot of star athletes have to have that done, so I really didn't feel that bad about it.
Speaking of star athletes, the only reason why I know that is because I thought I needed one, and I still think I do. Star athlete.
You still need what?
He needs to get his deviated rectum realigned.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember when you messed that up.
But yeah, you guys were real kind. Travis got me a cookie cake that said, "Congrats on your new nose." I think a lot of people thought I was having a nose job done, which in a way
that was awesome. By the way, that cake.
So yeah, I actually can't do that one. I just wanted to finish off these 7 effective voice exercises, if that's okay. Chad also lowered his Adam's apple for sure, aka it says your larynx.
By the way, when I read that, how do you do that?
You don't know how to lower it?
Chad, please give him another example.
Yeah, please.
Okay. May your hammer be mighty.
God, that apple is low, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Is that really so? The lower the voices, the
no, not at all.
Hammer is.
Damn.
No, you just gotta work that throat, cock that throat back.
Damn. Not enough practice. I'm married with a wife. I know I'm from California, and everyone thought maybe I was married to a husband.
Oh yeah, good point. That's a good point. Thanks for clearing that up. That apple fell so low that I almost invented gravity. I'm sorry. I thought of that 50 seconds ago, and the moment kind of passed, but I was still.
You had to say
it.
Yeah, I was.
It was so good.
In my mind, it was real smooth, and you guys really liked it, but it kind of fell flat.
So yeah, this queso story. So basically, one time.
Well, can I get through my 7 exercises, please?
Well, I'm ready for it. I just showed off all of my skills, and you haven't said anything.
I'm giving you some credit. And hey, do you think I forgot the queso story?
Well, I'm just, I actually breathe in and out of my nose.
Right. So I'm saying you check in all these boxes. I can check 6 of the 7. And Brock, since he didn't freaking listen to the notes, can check off 0. Which is why I would say right now, if I had to rank it 1 through 10, he's having about a 6 of a debut. Okay, because he didn't do the exercise.
Wow. Oh, what if I had an exercise though?
Probably 8 or 9.
Yeah, I mean
that's pretty good. I'll take it.
It's a pretty good. We could have that
conversation. Is it because my voice isn't my voice annoying? Do I need a?
I don't know. I would love everyone to give some feedback on Brock, and if it's good, we'll show it to him, and if it's bad, we just won't.
Dude, just show it to me.
We love having him here, and
dude, I could talk to you guys for hours. I'm not kidding.
No, this is fun. I'm so glad we're doing this. We're gonna keep doing it too. I don't care.
We're gonna keep going.
I don't care how much negative feedback we get. We're going to keep going.
I want to watch the damn show and then talk about the show.
Well, we're going to assign you one task right here, right now. You have to at least watch the first episode of what started our entire podcast, Attack on Titan.
Okay. Deal.
I agree. I think that's fair.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
That's the task I'm assigning to you.
I'm doing it.
So you guys don't seem to be into these exercises, which I understand. One thing I did want to get to, the 7th exercise, which is my favorite, I would say, is get your mind nimble.
That's always the toughest.
How do you do that?
Yeah.
Do you drink? Do you smoke? I'm in California, but you can smoke out here. Sorry.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do not talk about substances with us Georgia folk. We do not get into that.
I know. Yeah. I get it. I was there. Yeah, what do you mean by nimble?
That might be the only one that you did, because I do think that you had some beverages. You probably had some of those substances that we really do not want to talk about on this podcast, because Jeffrey will get after us. We are representing him and his brand. And I think your mind is pretty nimble.
No, I think I checked that box. That's for sure.
So here, on to this queso story. We also, for lunch, we would go to Moe's sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Moe's.
Everyone give your... Of the Tex... What is it exactly called? Would you say that's Moe's, Chipotle? What are those restaurants called? You know what I mean?
Fuck. Cali Mexican?
Dineries?
It's like Tex-Mex diners.
Tex-Mex. That's what it is. Oh, I don't know why I said Cali. You're correct.
Tex-Mex. What is everyone's favorite?
Chronic tacos, baby.
Yeah, talk about chronic tacos.
Dude.
Oh.
I had chronic tacos the other day.
Okay, so it must be a Western East thing.
Are those big in California?
Huge. I think it started out here. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty sure Wee Man was the one who was behind it. And I'm not going to lie. I think one of the first ones was originated in my town here.
Really?
Weed Man or Wee Man?
Wee. Sorry.
Yeah, thank God. What did we say about those substances?
I didn't know it was in California.
I mean,
they do the devil's lettuce out there.
It's an honest question.
Yeah, we only have one in Georgia.
Okay.
Brock. I actually went there like 2 weeks ago, and the guy told us, he's like, somehow we had all these customers come in from TikTok, they said. And they're like, we're the only chronic tacos in Georgia.
Exactly. Yeah, dude, I bet they got blown up.
They did.
All those Californians went out there, bro.
Yeah. He said they had like 5 customers in one night. It was crazy.
I've never tried it.
Hey, whatever you do, get the burrito. I don't give a fuck, or I don't care what kind, and get extra Baja sauce. Okay,
dude, that sauce is amazing.
Whatever you do, Ronnie.
Yeah, I got Baja
sauce.
All right.
When you tell it, you say they're gonna be like, "Is this good?" When they ask you, "Is this good?" Say no.
Oh my God. More. And Brock, you don't know that you did it, but you just led us into this queso story so phenomenally well. We go to Moe's, all right? We get burritos. Chaz is in front of me, okay? Now, there's this middle-aged woman who's been there multiple times. We go to lunch there about once a week. We see her pretty often, okay? Chaz steps up to the plate. He says, can I get a Joey with chicken, rice, no beans?
My hair was looking good this day. I won't lie.
And I will say, I think it was one of the few times you actually did leg day. You just had a good posture about you. You looked kind of pumped. You were looking good that day. I won't lie.
Thank you.
Wow, another can crack. Listen to this guy. Crazy over there. Did he put a cooler in the podcast room? Didn't even hear him get up.
That's like how many LaCroix is that?
Oh, nice. Okay. He's in line. He's got the stuff going on. He says, and then can I get queso? Now, it's at this point where I'm waiting in line. I'm waiting like a good boy to order my burrito. I look up and I see this middle-aged woman scoop the largest ladle of queso I've ever seen in my life. Not look as she's looking at she's not even looking at the burrito. She knows where it is. She's ridden this ride before. She stares so deep into Chad, I thought I had to call the police. It got so intense.
It was in my soul.
I think her tongue did a little something.
And you missed the part where she got a little second half scoop as well.
Oh, yeah. So first, she's already kind of looking at... She's going regular speed. She grabs the first, ladles it on there. And I'm like, holy shit, that's a good amount of queso. Then she re-dips, okay? And when she re-dips, she slows down 75%. She's going so slow. Meets eyes with Chaz. Just kind of smiles seductively as she slowly pours the queso. It was the most erotic burrito I've ever seen made in my life.
Yeah. Dude, was I there?
No. You weren't there this go round.
Oh.
I wish you were, because it was one of the... I felt like I was raped. I almost yelled rape. I really did.
So now put yourself in my shoes. Chad, he's on cloud 9, even though he's a little well, it's a win-lose situation for him because yes, he almost did get raped, but now it's over. He's got a shit ton of queso. It's going to be a bomb-ass burrito. He moves down the line, so I'm kind of smiling. I'm like, oh yeah, we got a very generous woman working the queso today. So I, order my burrito. I go, oh yeah, and if I could get some queso, she says, it's extra. I said yes. She put that queso on my burrito and sent me down the line quicker than I've ever seen anyone put queso on a burrito. She did not give a shit about me. So I check out. I go to the table, still in shock. Now I'm a little bit mad. I look at Chad and I say, are you okay?
That was one of the funniest experiences ever. It would have sucked if you didn't see it, because you would not have believed it.
Oh my God.
I'm going to get some water real quick.
Yeah, get some water.
Yeah, I only drink spring. It's like definitely the healthier thing, and I'm all about that. You see me?
No one ever.
Eye roll. Yeah.
I was just eating rice cakes. No big deal. After a very clean supper.
I'm kind of upset you didn't get a beer.
I had some wine.
What? What wine?
No. I stole it.
Okay. What did you steal?
I don't know, dude.
That wasn't an answer to the question.
Yeah, not at all. It was a delay.
What wine?
I stole it, but I also don't want to say that too loudly, so I'm not heard.
You stole one bottle, and they're listening.
Well, no, I didn't drink an entire bottle. Just some glasses. Few of them.
Did you have it in a wine glass?
Yeah, I actually did.
Did you? I kind of felt like you were real cocky with how you mentioned a clean meal. Did you want to talk about that further, or did you want us to?
Yeah, I went to McAllister's Deli.
Ooh.
And I did a pick too. Of course.
Hey, does anyone else feel like we're talking? Does anyone else feel like we're talking a lot about food?
Yeah, we are. We really stuck on this food topic. Haven't gotten to the basketball game.
Oh, I know, but that's okay. Sometimes you got to save something,
Yeah, you do.
We don't want to blow our load here in the first episode.
Yeah.
Never blow your load.
What fun topics did you look up?
Oh, one of them was a queso.
Oh,
get out of here! There's no way.
No, I swear. Well, not the queso. I kind of I wrote down queso, like what so, because I couldn't think of anything. And actually, I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna be mad when I say this, Ronnie. I forgot to look up topics.
So, God, then why did you get on and say? I looked up some topics.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, let me read off. I still have the Google page pulled up. I put on Google random stupid topics to podcast about. And I got nothing.
All right. Well, for both of you, when you're going through your day-to-day life and you think of something, you write it down so we can talk about it on the podcast. All right? I swear to God, I gotta do everything around here.
We can talk about our gaming days.
Ooh, how we started with Fortnite and then went to Call of Duty.
Yeah, lead that conversation how you'd like to lead it, Chaz.
Me? Oh.
Well, Chaz used to be a gamer, dude.
It was your topic.
Know that? Do they know that Chaz used to be a big gamer?
They do. I used to be a professional.
Yeah, we've touched on all of it a little bit. He's kind of built up the lore of his Guitar Hero skills, but he's getting absolutely... oh, my God. He's such a bitch because he cannot get his Wii back from his little cousins. It's so bad.
They're not little, first off. They're 21, and they are physically little. They're females.
He's like, this is what he does. He goes,
hey, whatever, it's, I hate to intrude, but if you guys could, maybe rendezvous and give me back my Nintendo Wii, I would hate to be a bother. Just whenever you get a second of free time and you're in the area.
They have to be hot. Cousins have to be hot.
What? Wait, what?
Is that wrong to say? I thought you were in Georgia. What? That was cool.
The reason I'm not getting it back from them is because they're hot.
They're your second cousins, right?
He's like, this is a terrible scenario because I need to get my Nintendo Wii back for you, but you're actually pretty attractive, but you're my cousin, so... so the less I see you, really, the better.
No, they're not. They're semi-scary. Here's the thing.
Definitely gothic. Definitely gothic for sure.
So they are scary.
Yeah, well,
you're scared to get it back.
You just can't. I'm always. They're females, and you know how I am about that race. I always get a little.
By the
eerie
way,
feeling.
Brock, the reason our podcast numbers have gone down pretty significantly, I would argue, is Chaz saying things like that.
What? That I'm scared of him?
Well, you saying
I'm afraid to.
You saying suggestive things like, you know how I feel about that race.
What? What is bad about that? We have.
Hey, guys, excuse me. I've mentioned this 3 or 4 other times. If you guys could please, if you could just bring me my Nintendo Wii and leave it in the mailbox, we actually don't have to see each other because I actually would get pretty uncomfortable, but I got to show everyone that I can play Guitar Hero pretty good.
I am pretty damn goodly at it. I need to.
Hey, will you quit eating rice cakes during the podcast?
Dear God.
Could you hear it?
Yeah. You got a mouthful of something.
Okay, sorry.
It sounds like Frank's in your mouth right now. Yes, I can hear it.
No, I'm not a fan of Frank's hot dogs. You know how I feel about hot dogs. Guys, let's talk about hot dogs.
Did you guys watch that hot dog eating contest on 4th of July?
I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh, wait. Oh, so we're just double downing and talking about more food. Okay, great. I've actually got a food topic. So, has anyone else seen the tweet of Giannis Antetokounmpo going through Chick-fil-A and ordering
50?
Yeah, I watched all those TikToks.
Boy, thank God Chad got it right. One, everyone and their mother has posted that today, and then second of all, no one has got the correct food item when they title it.
No, they haven't. You're completely right.
he ordered 50 chicken nuggets. I saw one person say he ordered 50 mini chicken biscuits. Well, these guys freaking go through a Chick-fil-A. They're called chicken minis, okay? And that's it. That's my point.
No, I think the point is there's not Chick-fil-A's where all these peoples live.
Yeah, no,
I think.
Definitely not. You got to realize.
So they're not.
Yeah, the first Chick-fil-A I ever had was in Georgia.
Did you like it?
Oh, is that a question? I loved it.
You miss it? You ever crave it?
Well, I have one here now in California. It's not the same, but
what does that mean?
Will do.
Dude, what is?
I don't know.
Dude,
I can't tell you. I can't tell you. But in California, I swear, it doesn't taste the same that it does in Georgia. It's like it's way better out there than it is here. It must be the shipping. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't frozen correctly.
Yeah.
I can't tell you.
He said it's way better out here than over there. Edit it, post it, tell his family that he loves it more out here than he does over there.
Yeah. And Chaz, what happened there in the middle of that when you said, "What are those people doing?"
Dude, somebody under me. I'm on the top floor of my penthouse, and somebody under me is, I think, banging the floor.
I love a good apartment feud. Could you maybe progress this a little bit further? Could you egg them on, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I'm about
Get your broom.
I'm about to get my broom, my vacuum.
Yeah, something.
What else?
Stomp around. Easy.
I'm about to ride my Heelys. I'm going to ride my Heelys through the kitchen. They're going to get so angry.
Yeah, they will.
Jumping jacks. I don't know what's going on, dude. I've never heard them before, so they're usually very quiet.
Bro, you could tiptoe, and they would hear you.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. We were bottom floor once, and I swear I felt like they were yodeling upstairs. Yodeling. Definitely not the word I was going for.
Yodeling.
Really?
What's that where they tap dance, but it's not tap dancing? Clogging. They were clogging. It's like that. It's like those commercials, dude. I swear.
Clogging is very loud.
Or they were like training track stars up there. Either one.
You heard a lot of clogging, Chaz?
Yeah, there used to be someone that used to clog back in my hometown.
What?
Oh yeah. How about yodelers?
Yeah. Popular?
Did you know any?
Dead serious? No.
Yodelers?
Well, I think there used to be someone as well in my hometown that did that. The clogger that I'm speaking of was actually a teacher at my local high school that I went to.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah. Pretty impressive, if you ask me.
He used
to he was how tall was he? He was like 6'3", I think.
Okay, so he's hot.
Yeah,
is he hot?
He sounds pretty hot.
Yeah, this guy could get it. He you should have seen it. He taught history, and I don't know, it wasn't even the history of clogging or anything.
I wish you
would have just U.S. history.
I wish you would have let us guess, because I would have gone history so quick there,
dude. Hey,
oh yeah,
I had a history teacher. I have a story for you. Oh my god,
it is so hot when men are quick on their feet.
What?
I'm gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Damn, Ronnie.
Well, you started it, Brock. What?
How?
I was just backing you up, dude. You
dude, was like a history teacher.
Well, you said something about is he hot, and
no,
I thought we were talking about his agility.
And I thought you said is he high?
So
I was like, he's 6'3". I don't know,
dude. I don't. That guy probably was not that hot.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was thinking more of like.
I think it's just okay when guys are quick on their feet. Is I think what I wanted to say.
He was very quick. I'll tell you that. He I don't know if it was like an Amish clogging dance he did, but he knew his stuff. He really did.
God, that's pretty hot.
Mr. Peacock was his name, and I shit you not. You're 100% thinking I'm lying. His name was Mr. Peacock.
I wish you would have let me guess. I totally would have said Peacock.
And R.I.P. to that man. He was one of my favorite teachers I ever had.
Did the cop
no,
die?
I graduated. I wasn't able to. I think he left.
Oh, yeah. Clogged right out of your heart.
I love clogged.
So, Brock, did you have a history teacher story?
Dude, this guy, he was a little weird. He kind of looked like Santa Claus, but he told a story, dude, about this albino. Hey, no offense to albinos out there at all. But
right.
like he like
we've got a lot of those listening.
He said he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna tell you a story, but I'm gonna wait." Okay.
Before you start, could you actually tread pretty carefully? Our albino community is pretty extensive. So,
dude, you never know, man.
Well, I do know, and it's actually
it's actually one of the metrics that shows up on our hosting website. I'm
like, 13 Australians, 7 women over 56. Oh, wow. 27 albinos doing very well in the albino community.
But he was like, he called it the Mr. Whitey story.
Oh,
this could be
I want to hear this.
This could be treading water.
Yeah. That's what we do. That's what we do.
That's what the kids called him back in the 60s, you know? This was back then, the 60s, by the way. And I'm guessing by his age only. But he goes, there was an albino man who lived across the street or near him. I don't give a fuck. But he was like, he goes,
well, I do.
He would walk his dog. And one day he was like, for some reason, my history teacher was looking out the window at a weird time of the night and realized the albino man was walking his dog. And so he was like, okay. And he sees him walking, and the albino man stops and looks straight at him from the window, like across the street. And he gets scared. And he's like, oh shit. And he closes the blinds, and he's like, oh, did he just see me? And he's like, oh fuck, I'm gonna look again. And when he looked again, the albino man was literally an inch or two away from him, like from the window, between the window. That's all he had between them. And he I guess he told us how scared he was. He perfect detail. I'm not kidding. The only way I believed him. And he was like, I froze. And he laid slowly back into his bed. And and then he somehow managed to go to his parents. And but anyways, he didn't see him again outside. But a week later, look at this. A week later, he leaves his mitt and he can't find his baseball mitt. And he's like, "What the fuck's my mitt?" And it shows up with a white chalk around the mitt.
So 1960s. So 1960s to call it a mitt instead of a glove.
Hey, I'm telling you, he told us the story.
Wait, there's chalk around the mitt?
A white chalk around the mitt and on his front porch. And it was him. It was the Mr. Whitey.
What is this story?
Dude, wait, so he was looking at this man for research purposes or what? I'm confused
he looked at the man.
A neighbor?
The man then appeared next to him, just staring at him face to face, between a window, and scared the shit out of him.
So was he a neighbor or no?
He was a neighbor. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It was him, the window, and the Whitey.
Mr. Whitey. That's
maybe take this out, man. Oh
no. No. That part about the mitt and the chalk really pulled it together, I thought.
Hey, he waited until the last day of fucking school to tell us that story. We waited all year for that shit. It better be good.
In the beginning, when he was just in the window, I wasn't sure about it. But then when he circled the baseball mitt in chalk, I was like, "Oh wait, we've got."
Is this a made-up story or is this real?
This was real. He said it was real.
Oh, I thought you were those whiteys.
Okay. Albinos, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It'll get you.
Okay.
Really?
What's the opposite? What's an antonym of albino?
Not touching that. No, thank you. All right, boys. That might be a wrap on this one. We got an hour in the bag.
Yeah.
How's everyone feeling?
I don't know. You tell me. You've done these, 2 times before this one?
I will say this one is pretty interesting because we've definitely never done anything like this. We're gonna post it. I feel like more than ever, people are gonna be like, "Oh, it was just them talking to each other."
Yeah.
But I love it,
which is fine. It's a good. Yeah, I liked a good mix up.
Hey, I will be in Tahoe in a couple weeks.
Oh yeah,
yeah, family reunion. Time to
nice.
We're going Lake Tahoe. It's gonna be sweet.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and then when we have that episode, Brock's gonna have so many stories to tell about Tahoe. I can't wait about all the albinos he sees, and hopefully his baseball mitt doesn't get stolen.
Baseball mitt.
Lake Tahoe is a skiing resort, correct?
Well, yeah, it's a lake. To be honest, it's the biggest lake, deepest lake. They don't even know how deep it is.
Wait, is it? Am I correct on saying that that's where there is like a place where people ski? And
there is, yeah, there is. Yeah.
Okay,
I've never skied there, but there's a huge lake, a huge one.
Y'all gonna be doing a whole lot of skiing?
No, we're gonna be doing a whole lot of jet skiing.
Oh,
on the. I'll send snaps. You'll see.
How is the skiing business at Lake Tahoe in late July?
Well, there's zero. I'll tell you what, golf out there right now, though, is popping.
You going to do some golfing?
Dude, I've been golfing a lot. That's what I've been doing.
It seemed like it. I've been seeing you.
Yeah. Getting pretty good. I'm shooting I'm shooting low 80s right now.
Whoa.
Yeah, and for the listeners, if there's a single person left listening, Brock is a 6'2". Huh?
I felt like Brock was going to be, his feelings were going to be hurt there. We pretty much say that at the end of episode, if anyone's still listening, because every time we can't believe there's actually people.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah, he understands.
No, you're good,
I was about to compliment him, but now that you interrupted
honestly,
me,
if the one person's still here, thank you.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. I was going to say he's a 6'2", very handsome 31-year-old lad, and he's a great guy.
But I don't actually like you do. I mean, sure, you mentioned his height, that was fine and everything, but I actually didn't like you doing that because he's happily wedded with a child. So why?
I feel
like you're trying to.
And I was just about to mention that.
But you're giving them to people like a pitch, like, hey, we're the ones that need help with the ladies.
The ladies.
So I don't like.
Yeah, listen, Ronny and Chaz are ready. They are ready. 2 of the greatest guys I ever met in my life.
I'm so ready.
Oh, we are ready. We are ready.
At least
ready
we
for
have
something.
each other.
Maybe it is just, a one-night stand, or maybe
just someone I could use, someone I could lose a baseball mitt with.
Hell, I'd like a one-night hand at this point. I haven't touched a woman's hand in years, it feels like.
How's your mom doing, by the way?
Oh, you're right. I hugged her recently. I think we brushed our hands together on the hug.
Well, you can follow us at Podcast Chronic. Make sure you subscribe, YouTube, and then you do the click the like button, and then you can also
smash it.
You can also smash it. You can also bang it. You can also tap it. And you can send feedback to thepodcastchronicles at gmail.com. Anything else, boys?
Dude, it was an absolute honor to be on here.
I've been Ronny.
We loved having you. And I'm Chazzy.
Hey, I'm Brock.
Nice. He's picking up so quick.
Dude.
Yep.
That's the end of the podcast. Peace.
Peace.
Love you guys.
Say peace.
Peace. One love.
Nice.